Welcome to ProServe 2012 training videos. This is Set 1 Overview of the Basic Core Concept, Video 2. This is a video where I'm going to pick up where I left off last time, and I'm going to pick up right here at service accounts. I've went over departments, service codes, route, and technicians. And I'm going to show you how it relates to service accounts. I'm going to go to, rather than go to File, I'm just going to select Global from here to crank up my customer file maintenance screen. I'm going to pull in a particular customer that I usually use in demos. And I'm going to go to the service, and I'm going to double click this service. And I'm going to show you how this works in relation to the department and the service codes and all that. If you'll notice, what I've done is I've assigned this customer to this route, R01SP. So in doing that, I'm not assigning, you don't see a place here for a technician. There's not a technician that's being assigned to this particular customer. It's the route that I'm assigning to a customer. Okay? So I'm selecting for this customer what service code it is that I'm going to recur. In this case, it's monthly pest control. Okay? See, it's just listing my service codes that I built in my service code lookup tables that was in the previous video. Okay? So what I've done, I'm set this guy up as a monthly service, and I'm going to work him on the second Thursday of every month. I have each month turned on. If I were going to skip one, I would just simply turn the month off. Okay? Now that's how a customer's account is related to a route. Okay? So when I'm creating, I'm just going to close out of that. When I'm creating my work from the service creation recur, and when I select that pest control department for the month of November, that customer that I just pulled up, he's going to get a ticket generated for him because he matches the criteria. He's monthly pest control. If I go back, he was a monthly pest control service. This monthly pest control service is assigned to route 001, which is my which is my pest control, I'm sorry. This is my pest control, just to show you it's 001. So that in turn then, because this customer, well, let me come out of that. Let me pull up the route and technician and show you how that comes into play for this particular service account. So here's a route, and I forget what it was. I think it might have been this one. It was one of these. It was a route. Okay? And so if I come out of that, and if I've got this technician assigned to that route, okay, then he's the guy that's going to get assigned to that job. So my technician is assigned to routes, okay. My service codes are assigned to departments. Let me pull that customer back up. This time I'm going through the single entry. So this guy, all he has to know, all I've got is the service code we're doing and the route he's on. And with that information, the program can determine, and it knows, it can read this and know when this guy's supposed to recur. So when I'm recurring my work, and I've selected pest control for the month of November, and then if I create, it's going to create work. Out of that 151 jobs that was created, that customer, Jimmy Adams, is one of them. Because he would fit how this works. And this was really the core of the program. Once you generate your work, I'm going to exit without saving that because I've already got work out there. If I go to my open WIP, well, this is all the work orders that's been created for me that was actually due in September. I'm a ways back in this demo program, but this is work that was created for September, and it was created based on the date that that it was scheduled for from that service account file. Let me pull the service account back up again, and then kind of wrap this part up, wrap this video up. This service account is scheduled for every day of the month, every month. Once a month, on the second Thursday, this guy's going to get a work order automatically generated to work this job when I recur my work. And it's going to be assigned to that route. And whatever technician is assigned to that route right there, that's going to be the guy that gets the job. Whatever the technician is, that's going to be it. Let's find out who it is. Well, let me look. Let me pull my customer back up. Okay, so it's R0. It was R0S. It's R01SP, R01SP. There we go. So it's this technician that's assigned to that route. So when it created that work, if I tell the program that I want to assign a technician, it would automatically assign this technician to that job. But I can go into the system and tell the program, hey, I'd rather not do that. Just, create my work based on route. I'll worry about the technician, later, when you're either scheduling it or you're, actually posting the work. You may just hand a route to a technician and say, go run that route. And it doesn't matter who the technician is. When you post the work, then you can post to the technician that actually, did the job. Let me show you where that takes place. It's in the warehouse setup. And it's right here. See, if I wanted to, right now it's defaulted to assign that technician to that work order ticket based on the route. But if I come here and said, I want you to default my text to blank, then it would never assign technicians to work order tickets based on that parameter or criteria that we just looked at. Okay? Now, the rest of this stuff, I recur my work, we've touched on that. My open WIP, we touched on that. Because once I create my work, I'm going to go in and change the date and whatever, and I'm going to print my work order tickets, for that, and then it will sort for me route plus next service date. That's because I'm telling it to. But here, I'm telling it to sort by technician plus the next service date. So you have a few options here. But that's the core concept, that I'm going to print my tickets. I've set up my department, service codes, and routes and technicians, and then I go in and I recur my work. Then I print my work through the open WIP, and then it's basically posting the work. As the jobs are worked, I'm just going to post the work. And as I post the work, they're removed from my open work order file. Once I post the work, it becomes accounts receivable, then there's payments involved. That's where I would come in and post payments. Or I could have posted a payment, during that process, I can post a payment if I have it. For example, it's on. So here it's turned on to post a payment. So as soon as I apply that, it would ask me, if I wanted to go ahead and, it'll take me to the post payment program so I can post the payment to that process. Now there are other videos that go into these programs in more detail. So I'm not going to try to cover them here, but basically that's the core concept of the program, is setting up your departments, setting up your service codes and assigning them to a department, setting up your routes and then your technicians, and then you can set up your service codes, and then you recur your service. You do your open whip to print your work orders to get them out, schedule to reschedule any work, and then use order entry to post work or completed work or edit work, or even the post process. And that's really the core concept of this product. And it's a desktop application. It's not web-based. It's totally installed on your local computer. Okay, that concludes this video. Thank you very much for watching.